What do you think is going to be the immediate impact on these Chinese companies?
That's a good question, Yvonne. I think right now the biggest hit is the SMIC because they have more than half the capacity to be installed by 2023 is in 28 nanometer or smaller. And actually, although they don't rely on the ASML for these process nodes, but they actually rely a lot on US equipment makers for other process like cleaning, ethicking, and deposing. There are 8 big processes in the whole chip making. ASML only supplying for one process. The other 7, actually, these processes, actually, the equipment are dominated by US makers, like the KAL, Applied Materials, Lam Research. These 3 names actually right now actually have more than 40% of market share. So, and they are actually a major supplier to SMIC right now.
Would you say what we heard from the U.S. is more stringent than what we heard with Huawei and those sanctions before?
Yes, that's if we look into the detail, actually this time I'm much worried than last time when we heard the news about Huawei, because it's not just about the equipment restriction, export restriction, it's also about the talent flows, because under the new regulation, there's a very high possibility that in the future, any U.S. citizen, if they want to work in the Chinese chip industry, they have to get the government approval, U.S. government approval first. And from what I heard is that there are actually more than 200 top engineers working in the Chinese design industry. They're actually holding a U.S. passport right now.
Wow, so there could be a talent issue as well.
Yes, correct.
That's presented here. Overall, the threat to the semiconductor industry in China, does this spur China to continue to support their homegrown industries?
Yeah.
Can they still deliver under these restrictions?
I think, I'm not 100% desperate on this issue, because in the future, it's not just about the cloud computing, those AI, but it's also about the other application like the smart home, the EVs. These actually, as semiconductor, they don't totally rely on US technology. Chinese still can grow their own equipment makers to provide some mature nodes equipment, so they still have a chance there, but just the growth is much slower than we previously expected.
You also cover TSMC,
yes,
like.
Correct.
Are their challenges as bad as what SMIC could face under these restrictions, or could it be a little bit better?
Yeah, I also, yes, TSMC, good question. TSMC can be another victim. I think because right now the main growth driver for TSMC is on the high performance computing chips, and the AI is one of these kind of chips. And actually Chinese designers, they are the major customers for TSMC on this business area. So when the smartphone chips is not doing well this year, TSMC is still relying on HPC to drive the sales acceleration, but now they lose that stream, maybe.
Yeah.
That's something that investors maybe have to worry about.